Knights Academy. Training's in session.
Took off from the island, seeking out adventure in another land, wanting to do things that Gruk had plans for. You guys arrived, seeking out some information that had been a few months outdated, finding out it was still active, but on the way there you ended up fighting a construct coming down from the north. You guys defeat that and followed a string of breadcrumbs that eventually led you guys to doing a quest against Quartz Toil Tower, defeating the tower and putting a stop to the onslaught of golems. You guys had also brokered a deal with a group that had once sworn vengeance upon you. You are exhausted, beaten, drained of spells, and at the end of your day, I'm assuming, and I'll let you guys correct me if I'm wrong on this assumption, that you're probably going to crash in the tower that night, since it is, blustery and windy outside in the cold.
Probably.
Before you actually move on.
Yes.
Alright. So what watches are you going to do? If you do any watches.
I'd say we set up the same way we have been. Two-man watches.
Pink and me, and then Gruk and his lady, and then Tommy brother.
Zach asks if he can take the first watch.
Sure.
Alright. So you guys will settle down in the lowest floor, the old workshop, for a night. The massive, 20-foot door shut, keeping it blocked from the elements on the outside in the freezing area. Watches do go uneventfully, although I do need you to still make checks for things that could happen. Perception. For anybody taking watches. AKA everybody.
May I guidance my check?
It's kind of a continual thing over the night, but you sure may for this one. So normally no, but this one yes.
I rolled a 7 for perception.
A 7 for your perception, okay? Pink?
What is it? It's 11.
Okay. Gruk?
14.
14, and Zerka doesn't even matter. She rolled way too low. Alright. So, yeah. The night will go uneventfully. Who was taking the last watch? Is that Gruk and Zerka then?
I'm going to say yeah.
Alright, so the end of your watch, you go to arouse everybody, and you will notice that Zach and all of his stuff is gone, and there is a note left where he was at. He snuck out at some point in the night, and nobody realized it.
Well, with his stealth, no surprise.
Yeah.
You planned this.
It's like I planned it, yeah. So, Gruk, you're the one finding it, so you can read it first if you wish.
What did he steal?
Are you looking around through your stuff before you read the note?
I'll read the note first, but then I'm going to check stuff.
I just had to ask because I'm like, wait a second. Alright, in your journal, Gruk, what languages does your character speak first?
What is it? Let's see, we got Orc, Common, Elven, Sylvan, Yanti, and Dwarven.
Alright. So in your journal, so in the journal section on Roll20, because I don't have I didn't set up a forum for this one yet on D&D Beyond, but there is a note there for you. There is in the middle of each one of the sentences an odd symbol. Almost looks arcane in the nature, but you don't understand it.
Can you repeat that, please? I started reading just as you were talking.
In the middle of each sentence, there is a character that is, it looks arcane in nature. You're unable to read it.
Okay.
So, but the other two, Zerka will be waking you guys up at this point as well, unaware of what's going on with Zach missing.
All right. I think I'm gonna get another invocation.
So, have you finished it yet, Gruk?
Not yet. I read slow.
Okay. What do you do in the morning, Vol? Saxon? As Zerka wakes you up and moves on to the next.
Right now I'm busy leveling my character.
So you're communing with whatever dark entity you're connected to?
Sure.
Alright.
Now I'm done reading it.
Alright. Gruk, what do you want to do?
Whoever is awake and, alert and not currently engaged in something, I'm going to, half crumple the note in order to toss it to him. And be like, Zach left.
What languages do you guys speak? That's what I will need to know. If you read it.
I'll read it. I read Common and Celestial. I'm pretty sure I can't read it.
No, you can read most of it.
Oh, okay.
So I will put you in there. You can read it as well.
Common and Abyssal.
So what part of it can I not read?
The arcane symbols.
Oh. Oh yeah, I'll
Where
mention
is
that too.
Where can I find it?
It's in Roll20 in the underneath the journal. It's at the top. It says Mysterious Note.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Hey, my brain's shutting off for the moment. When we do our hit points, if we don't roll it, it's half plus 1 of the hit die.
Basically, yeah. Yours is 5 plus con. But
yeah,
you
okay,
also, for you also have +1 from your Berserker Axe, don't forget.
Yeah.
So, Zerka is going about, she never really got too close to Zach, so it doesn't really affect her. She just keeps packing up the tent, as well as Gruk's tent. Advantages of having a squire. She is taking care of cleaning up. You gotta have some advantages for it, right?
I mean, yeah, I suppose.
So Vol laughs when he finishes reading the note before tossing it to Saxon, apparently.
If I take Eyes of the Runekeeper just for right now as my next Eldritch invocation, then I can read it.
You could if you really wanted to. Eyes of the Runekeeper are very helpful.
I know. I'm just reading through what everything else is because I know I had a plan.
Okay, make sure. All right.
My first thought was, boy, Zach could sure take some lessons.
Yeah.
With all the stuff following me from my past doings, well, yeah. Because hasn't most of the stuff that we've done been cleaning up Saxon's stuff?
Yeah. He's definitely. There is a
not.
PS note on there as well, by the way, and it is that he requests you guys give this to Zyret. The note to Zyret.
Huh.
I forgot to write that part in there. So.
But does he really know Zyret that much?
He's met him a few times. So. Anyway, so yeah, you guys pack up camp. You have a long, arduous journey back to the capital city if you wish to go that direction. Anyway, so yeah, you guys pack up camp. You have a long, arduous journey back to the capital city.
Can you bring up the world map?
Absolutely, I can. The journey itself is going to be approximately, I think it was a week from where you're at right now. You guys are currently northeast of Basau, up in the mountains up here.
Okay.
If you want to go back to the capital city, you can. It's roughly a 250-mile journey after twists and turns. The other thing to note is you're roughly about 200 miles away also from where Gruk wanted to go in the first place.
Well, I think we should go back to this capital city so we can stock up and, I don't know, get sacks and a drink.
I think that's a valid idea. Of course, I do actually should ask, how long did it take for us to get here again from the capital city?
5 days, basically. 5-6 days.
Okay, no, that's fine then. That's fine. I got to remember I need to be back in Rafa like within, 30 days?
Yes.
So, gotta keep track of that, but that should be fine. Another 5 back, that's 10. Then it'd be somewhere, maybe less than 5 to get there. Yeah, it should be fine.
Let's see. Actually, I believe it actually took you 8 days to get up here. Sorry.
What's the name of the? Where's the thing we're supposed to? Oh, mysterious note.
Yeah. Did you not read it?
I just finished leveling my character.
Oh, I thought the laugh was from reading it.
That's what I thought.
No, he laughed because he could take a level in something, then he could read it or whatever.
So Gruk, you do know that it is roughly 300-ish miles, depending on where they're currently set up, because it is a little nomadic from Basau to get to where you're going to be going, which is roughly a 10-day journey from Basau. You can go this way and then cut off. Otherwise, that's going to take you 8 days here, 10 days here, plus another 10 days back. So...
What a dick!
Let's see.
Also, I'm just going to assume that Zach doesn't know how to spell.
What?
That's probably okay to do.
Last I knew.
Fallow suit.
I mean, he did pretty good though. It was only the one.
No, thus has no O.
Oh, I didn't see that one then.
Well, it's okay. We'll not get into his bad grammar there. Remember, he is English is his second or third language, so that is at least somewhat forgivable.
Did he actually write this, or
yes,
did
he
you?
did. No, he actually wrote it to me, and I just copied and pasted it.
Oh well, never mind then.
So.
So you told him I threw him?
Yeah. I was communicating with him after this, so he thought it was kind of funny. So.
Nothing for you, mate. Oh, right, you're a prick. I like that. That's good.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
I don't know. Sorry.
It's apt. So, you guys wanting to go straight to the village, or back to town? If you get to the village, you could or go to town. You could always get horses, which would definitely expedite your trip. But you could get horses probably from the orc encampment too. As long as Gruk survives.
Well. Is this journey to the encampment life-threatening to us?
Well, there's dangers everywhere in the world.
Okay.
It is possible to be dangerous. It's also possible to be a completely calm, peaceful, beautiful stroll in the park.
Well, it's orcs, so...
In the morning, I'm going to have, or at least one of the mornings, because either way, we're going to be camping out a few times. I'm going to take sending so that I can message Ambrosia to ask her if she could go to Rafa and complete the purchase of the dagger, being we have money incoming.
Okay.
And then in that case, then the extra time wouldn't make any difference.
You can send the money with her if you wish.
Well, yeah, because she stopped over, but I don't know how much we have, because we might have to sell shit in order to make up the full difference yet.
That is true.
Because it was only 1,250, and they wanted 3,000.
But you also had your store credit, and you put something down, didn't you?
Yeah, but that was the store credit, the 1,250.
Okay. And you guys just got another, what, 1,250 if you want to take everybody's portion?
I mean, yeah.
Well, except for Zach's portion. He did take his, and he did not steal anything from you guys, by the way.
Admittedly, slightly surprised.
He seems to actually like you guys. And from the sound of the letter, his intent is still to come back once he has resolved his issues.
Well, if his issues come into play at all for us, then when he does come back, he's going to get met with a blade.
Huh? Okay. I won't argue with it. I mean, okay.
I mean, hey, intentions or not, if he causes us problems, he's not going to be welcomed back gracefully.
But he did not, I will admit, take any of the anything from what you guys got at the place. He left anything he had picked up with you guys. So all loot from the place was left for you guys to do what you will with. The only part he took was his portion. He only took 250 out of the 1,250 you guys got for selling the book. So. Reasonable, in other words. So. Uh-oh, somebody's thing just dropped. Robert? No? Yes.
I'm here.
Robert, your picture just dropped away.
I think I'm still here.
I think we lost Robert, actually, and all. He's like, screw you. He took 250. I'm done with you. All right.
What a dick.
So we're going to continue on here. So which one are you going to? You have to make a decision.
Well, what's the response from Ambrosia?
For what was the question specifically? Oh, if she can go purchase it?
Yeah, if she would go to Rafa to finalize the purchase for me on that dagger, and then the organization fund would be compensated upon our return out of my share or subsequent shares. Due to the issue of
it
time
will put us
being
very close, very very close to dangerous points. Though you may need to contribute more funds sooner. It is your money, but it will put us into a danger zone because that is 3,000 out of the 4,000 we have, and that's including the 1,000 you earned.
Well, I mean. Technically, it would.
By the way, whenever you do ascending to her, she just doesn't even bother. She scries and just teleports to you guys to talk. It's just easier.
At the very least, I've already paid like 1,250 with the store credit there, so it would be less than the full 3,000.
Very well. I will go take care of it.
Oh, and. Well, actually, now is probably, especially with Ambrosia here, it's a good time to bring it up as any. Obviously, we got paid. Were there any other specifics in your negotiations with what's his butt Saxon that we need to include or go over?
In what way? Everything in here is ours.
Well, just based on that, I don't know what you guys have planned or were thinking about, but I do have an idea for this place, for the tower itself. Well, not necessarily for the tower itself, but something that I would like to include.
Okay.
These are things I'm assuming you guys are discussing as you're walking at this point, unless you had questions for her right now.
Well, that's why I bring it up now, is because she's already here, and ideally she might be able to get the ball rolling, depending on what everybody else thinks. Basically, my thought is the Mystic Sanctum, with which I am a member because Zerka, helped me into the organization, they are constantly in search of knowledge. And this tower has an extensive library that they might well be interested in. Possibly interested enough that they would want to include this into, or like as a guild hall. if that's the case, then the Mystic Sanctum would be willing then to purposely put in a teleport circle of their own accord so that we wouldn't have to pay for it or anything. And either, I'm guessing, I would be running the guild hall, or maybe somebody else would be appointed to it. But it would be another teleportation circle eventually that we would have access to, along with the one that's going to end up being in the estate.
I would not donate it to them. Keep it in our purview with their access. This is quite defined.
Would they still be willing to put in the teleportation circle so that we don't have to?
If we turn it into a guild hall, I don't see why they wouldn't. They always enjoy a good wizard's tower. We would have to do some retrofitting here. It is an old tower and needing some work, obviously.
Would we be able to appropriately limit their access if we don't want them to go to other floors of the tower?
It would be possible. And while I am a very big proprietor of the Mystic Sanctum, I do know that you are all trying to establish a very substantial thing yourself here. You gotta get Robert back in here.
For the record, yes, but I would kind of like to include that elsewhere in A-Wing, which we have not been to yet, but as far as I know, we're still planning to head there.
I do not see any reason to not spread your wings further and further.
Kind of with her on that one. I mean, we can give them access, but...
Where is the boy?
What boy?
Zach.
He left.
Who's the last person to have the note?
You.
I'd give her the note.
She'll open it and read it. She'll look up very quickly from the note. Holds it in her hand, and it bursts into flame. I have to go deal with some things. Yeah.
Care to elaborate?
None of you speak Draconic, do you?
No.
You're talking about the arcane-looking something that was on there.
Yes, it was a code going right down. I know about you, bronze or blue. And he wants it given to Zyrot? He knows.
Well.
We will have words about that when you get back. With that, she does teleport away.
Oh, figures.
Yeah. Didn't expect we were going to be able to keep it from her for too long.
So. Alright, well, in that case, which way are you going?
Well, if she's gonna go to Rafa for me, then we could go straight. Well, we could go back to the capital city, or we could go and try to find my former village. Either way would work. If we go back to the capital city first, then we might be able to grab some potions. But I mean, I doubt that we'll have to fight off the entire village. So,
Vol has already said he wanted to go to the capital. Just as a little side note.
Out of curiosity, where is Kranz's character that we're supposed to meet so that we know where we're supposed to go?
You don't know. He'll come in when he comes in.
Oh, okay.
Regardless of
let's go wherever Kranz is not and call it a day.
So, where are you going?
Jerk move.
I mean, I'm guessing capital city because he's probably playing like a fucking slave or something in my village.
Alright, so you guys go to the capital city. Alright, 8 days traveling down. Continuing the same watches as you guys have been established already.
Can I make a habit of just slapping myself every minute?
Sure. If that's what you really want to do.
Well, I mean, yeah, because then I'm also going to guidance my perception checks.
That's kind of what I figured. So
I'm going to get bored with it after a while.
it's going to be the rhythmic part, and you're going to be like falling asleep to it.
Either that or I'm going to start slapping myself in my sleep.
I think we actually literally lost Robert.
They said he had a phone call, so he might be in there.
Oh, see, I didn't hear that part. I'm glad you said something. That's why his Skype turned off, because he does it through his phone. All right. So you guys will have a very uneventful journey along the road, quickly going back down to Basal, the capital city. It is bustling, as you remember before. City amongst the trees. Elven and gnome filled, more than anything. You guys will be able to traverse the town with ease, since you've already been here, and now everybody has, and be able to find what you're looking for. You'll be able to find the... I'm assuming you're going right to the city hall, unless you guys wanted to... By the way, it is late the day when you come in.
We might as well try City Hall first, and if they're still there, get paid.
Alright. City Hall will be closed at this point. It does seem like they keep a very rigorous schedule of only a few hours a day. So your choice is really, there's a few little inns, a couple minor places. The Woodroot Inn, there's the Old Oak Tree, which is the most famous. You could always go to church.
No.
Well, that's what one of the locals suggests. If you want a good place to stay for an interesting night, go to church.
Not sure how to take that.
You can roll an insight if you wanted to figure out more about what he's saying, or the tone of his voice. But because you both are like,
I got a shitty 11.
24.
24. Okay, Saxon, you realize he is being highly sarcastic, but it doesn't seem like a bad sarcastic. More like,
sorry.
There's a joke about it that he's not sharing type thing.
Aw. Okay, I'll just leave it at that.
Okay, so where are you guys going to go?
I'll probably just find an inn.
Are we in the city?
Yeah.
Okay.
What in the world?
Are there any shops? Whoa. My screen froze?
No, we're
It seemed like it was having trouble catching up for me for a second, but other than that.
No, it was like this, like my thing whenever it stopped, and I was like, whoa, what happened? Anyway, can we, is there a shop nearby I can go look at, or?
There is a lot of shops, but it is later in the day. So the chances of finding something specifically you're looking for right now is low. Right now, I'll catch you up. The choices were to go to the Woodroot Inn, the Old Oak Tree, or church. Somebody suggested is a great place to stay.
The church?
Church? No, not the church. Church.
Oh. And what do we all talk about?
No, we hadn't. Not really.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it is late in the day, so you guys probably won't be able to do any shopping. You weren't able to get into the council. Everything here seems to shut down except for a few guards wandering around the streets in quite a bit of tired eyes. You can see that most of the guards that are working at night seem to be orc-blooded.
And they look tired?
They look a little more tired. During the day, you'll notice that most of the guards are either gnomes or elves. A few halflings, other races speckled in there. And there is still a few other races speckled in here, but it's mostly orc. Or orc blood, half-orcs.
Maybe we should offer to take their shift for a little compensation.
You can. I'm gonna go find me a tavern.
Which one are you going to?
Whichever one seems to be the rowdiest.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Matt, sorry to bother you. I'm looking at my character sheet on D&D Beyond, and it says my acrobatics is +0.
Your acrobatics should be +0. You have athletics that's really good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
Yeah. Because you have a 10 dex. Yeah, no worries.
Yep.
It's all good. I get those confused sometimes as well. So, the old oak tree is... The center of the tree has been carved out entirely. It is still living. And all the furniture and everything have been carved out of the tree.
That sounds very painful.
That's the most, like the tourist trap. The Woodroot Inn is typical. There doesn't seem to be a lot of rowdy here. So.
I mean, if it's highly populated by orcs and gnomes, or, well, elves and gnomes, then yeah, I can't imagine that there'd be a whole lot of
the one person recommending going to church. So.
We can go to church.
I bring my church with me, and I'll cross an arm on my chest.
Saxon?
Yeah, I'll go. You know what? Fuck it. I'm interested. I'll go see if I can't hunt down this mysterious church.
All right, you'll be able to find the mysterious church fairly easily, actually. It is a massive building, almost cathedral-like. Actually, very standoffish from the rest of the town here. It is definitely of dwarven make. The only building you've seen so far that has been made by dwarves. And as you're getting closer, you can definitely hear commotion coming from it. You approach the large doors, opening it. There's a few steps going up. Open it up, and it is not what you expect looking into a church. It is a tavern that goes the entire length of the thing. There is fistfights. You can see mugs being thrown. It is definitely the rowdy place. And above the door it says, "Come to church."
So
I'm going to church.
So you guys head on into church. It is packed. There is probably at least 200 people here. The air is thick with smoke, kind of a cherry apple smell throughout the room from a mixture of smoke plus what they're cooking. You can see that there is a large pig that is half carved away already, still slowly turning over a fire. And it's definitely been rubbed with something that's giving off an apple smell to it. There's a very good mixture of people here. Orcs, elves, half-elves, gnomes, halflings, and quite a few humans. People don't even pay you a mind as you guys approach in. The bartender is at the bar, which is right over where you would guess the altar used to be. And he is busy working. You do see stairs as you come in to either side. There's a balcony, and you also see on the either side of the front there seems to be 2 doors that go elsewhere as well. The stained glass is still intact, by the way, and beautiful. You see a slight magical sheen on the inside, must be protecting it from the rowdiness on the inside, from having the glass broke. And what do you guys do?
Go to the bar?
Alright.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go find a table.
Can we get 3 ales and a glass of milk?
There's 2 people at the bar. There's a burly half-orc. He's missing half of a tusk. Cleanly broke off in a fight. You can see that. Scrapes and stuff. And he's moving things around quickly, and he looks up. 3 ales, I can get that for you. And he starts pointing. When you say a milk, and he stops, and he keeps pouring the ale. The other bartender, which is a half elf, he nods and goes into a small door in the back. There's a little like trap door, and he goes down and comes back a minute later with a glass of milk.
I will point out the little one.
Some ale make her grow up big and strong. She needs not. She don't need that bullshit. She needs a good eyeball in her drink. Is what she needs. Which,
Next
by the
year.
way, do you want to add one to yours?
Gladly.
He grabs a hand, puts his hand in this a barrel, and you can hear the squishing as he pulls out an eyeball. You're not exactly sure what kind of animal it came from, and he just plops it in there with the juice and all. You can definitely see a sizzle as it hits it. It is a orc delicacy here. Usually comes from bovine, but not always. But the eyeball itself has been soaked in a very, very potent alcohol for many weeks. How about you two little ladies? Looking at Saxon and Vol.
Oh, I went and found a table.
Okay.
I have plenty, thank you.
Puss. And he slides the other 2 drinks.
The other guy will take one.
Haha. At least he has some hair on his chest. Pulls it out, drops it in there.
Oh, the urge. The urge to roleplay something funny, but I won't.
It's all entirely up to how your character acts, man. If you want to, roleplay it. So.
I want to, but I don't think Saxon would.
Okay, fair enough.
Just kind of like lean over the bar, pull him in close, and then venomous words him.
Yeah, I don't think Saxon would. He's just not that style usually. A little more classy about it.
No, but it would be funny.
It would be very funny.
What does feminist words do?
Makes people
None
scared
of
of
your
him.
business. Yes.
And
If
more.
we ever have a conversation and I suddenly go, hey, make a will save, that's probably what I'm doing, even though your character would never know it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's part of the...
spell you'll never
Okay.
know he's casting.
Yes.
So.
That's cool.
He used it on Zach back in the dungeon, and Zach
Yes, I
disappeared
did.
for over an hour, terrified. So, which is probably why he called him a prick. So, one of many reasons, actually. Anyway, so you guys will take a seat. A barmaid will come by a little later, offering you whatever you want to eat, bringing whatever you wish. They have everything from flowers to meat to something a little more rotting, if you prefer that. Pointing, kind of gesturing to a couple goblins over at another table who are eating something that looks like it's been rotting for at least a week.
More power to him. I like my kill to be fresh. Well, at least relatively fresh.
So, I'm assuming a plate of meat, and what? A salad for Saxon? No eyeball in your drink. Do you like a nice vinaigrette with that?
I'm gonna like this place.
But they will bring you whatever you want for food. And nobody's really paying too much attention. There's like a few fist fights going on. You could tell they're not staged, but contained. There's about a dozen workers here altogether, but nobody really pays you much heed if you wanted to talk, or if you had anything else you wanted to do.
Fair enough. Saxon, I have a request to make of you.
Okay.
Old Zerka here is in need of some specific tutelage, and I would like her to learn from you.
And what kind of tutelage are we talking about?
Well, it's fair to say that you have a way about you that none of us, the rest of us, do not. You know, not just the way you carry yourself, but the way that you talk, the way that you interact with people. I would like for her to learn these things. If you are willing to share your knowledge with her.
You're going to have to be a little bit more specific.
I don't know how to be too specific without breaking, like, whatever. I want her to go into, like, what is it, the School of Whispers?
Okay.
The College of Whispers, yeah.
Yeah, College of Whispers, but, you know, like, I don't know how to say that in Grukks speak.
Well,
Or
what
be
you want to do
deceptive like
is
you.
become a second level bard, third level bard, and then take it as your.
Yeah, she's doing that, but she has to be taught by somebody. And if Saxon's willing to do it, then she doesn't have to go anywhere. If not, then I will have to send her away in order to be taught.
We could probably work something out.
Do you have terms?
Not at the moment. Looks like Robert's about to fall asleep.
No, I'm reading my character sheet.
Alright, so.
If you need, if I'm gonna need help with a side project in the future, be open to helping me.
Assuming that it does not directly conflict with my own intentions, then absolutely.
Alright. Now that that's worked out. They'll come back with the plates of food, sliding in front of you, asking if anybody needs a refill. Zerka goes, "I'll take one of those," pointing to what Gruk has. And the lady just looks at her and looks at her for a second and looks at you because she's sitting next to you.
Yeah, there will most definitely be a head shake to that.
Anything else?
You can switch to water if you like.
Keep up on the milk. Very well.
And
Silence
hang
is a
on,
lie.
the barmaid, in her mind, she's gonna hear, "Not if you have anything clear."
She tilts her head,
Like, alcohol-wise.
nods her head,
Bring that for the young lady.
nods her head, walks on away. Like, silence means everything. She heads off and comes back about 2 minutes later with a basket full of some fresh baked rolls and a glass of water for the young lady and puts it in front of her. Gruk,
Now-
go ahead and make a perception check and advantage. You're not using those new dice of yours?
Didn't think about it.
She sets it down. That's vodka.
I was about to ask before you went anything. Can I smell it?
Yeah, no, you
It's
can definitely.
vodka? Probably not.
You could. It smells. It's
I mean, vodka smells, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
it
people
smells.
can say whatever they want to. Vodka smells.
It has kind of like a turpentine smell to it.
You're in a bar. That's what I'm saying.
It's also right next to me.
It's also a nat 20.
I mean, the nat 20, yes. I will give you the nat 20. But what I'm saying is, we've gotten away with it I don't know how many times. You can put vodka in a water glass at a bar. The ambient smell of the alcohol, like in a large bar, RO's is not a large bar. The ambient smell of the rest of the alcohol is going to dissipate it. Like, you're not going to be... You got to put your face in front of it in order to be able to tell that it's vodka.
So you could, we'll just say as instinct, you kind of grab it and before she has a chance. Probably looking at Saxon, knowing you.
If the waitress is still there, then I will chug it. I will hand the glass back to her. Let's try that again.
Very well.
She brings back the cup of vodka.
You don't know. Oh, the urge to wonder how far his constitution save is going to take him.
Speaking of which, you will have to make one there. And she does come back with another glass.
Is it still vodka? Because now I'm going to be checking it directly.
It is vodka. You said let's try it again. She's like, all right, he wants another.
That's what I get for not wording it differently.
You slammed that other one, put it down. You're definitely feeling it. Between the ale, the eyeball, and 2 glasses, not shots, glasses of vodka, you are feeling it. The room is spinning just slightly. It's kind of got that, like, feel to it going on. You know, nothing you can't sleep off.
Right. I'm gonna look at Zerka. I'm gonna say, this is gonna be a short night for me. Don't do anything stupid. And I'll chug the other glass.
So, and she just kind of nods. Looks over at Saxon. Shrugs. Eating a little bit. Anything else you guys want to do?
Pass
Wait.
the fuck out.
Wait.
As he is like, you can see him eventually just kind of fading. I mean, you guys have an 8-day march, and he just drank heavy. He's going down pretty quick. The waitress will come over. You need our room for the night?
I'd say I'll just sleep outside, but if somebody comes and fucks with me while I'm asleep, I'm probably gonna kill him.
Yeah, probably.
How many? 2 beds a room.
Something with 4 walls and a door.
One,
give him-
two.
Give a fuck if it's got a bed or not.
So what? It's me, Vol, Zach, or me, Vol, Gruk, and Zerka.
Yeah, that's it right now.
We could probably make do with 2 rooms. Yes.
Yeah.
Doable.
We want to get close and have a little bonding moment. We could do with this one room.
You're drunk. Shut up.
Come on, man. We're friends. Like, it's not. There's nothing wrong with it.
She's just kind of looking back and forth a little bit at the 2 of you. Could always get you guys a room with 1 large bed. 2 look like you like to cuddle.
I'm sorry. Who said that?
The waitress. Just continuing to be snarky at you. You can see Zerka like remembering everything she's saying.
He looks scrawny, but he's a teddy bear.
Sleep.
All right, I've got max HP, so roll it.
Amp it up.
How can I amp up my... I don't have maximize.
Isn't it one that can just be leveled up when you cast it?
It's true. I can cast it as a level 3, I think.
So.
Jesus.
Nope. But you do see a moment of Grog passing over Gruk. As he's like... And you can feel that he cast sleep on you.
I was gonna say, do I notice that happened?
Yeah.
Do I recognize what it was, or am I too drunk?
A little bit of both.
That was a terrible roll.
Yes, it was.
Well, at least it wasn't.
How many HP do you have, anyways?
A lot more than that.
Well, obviously more than 18, because technically speaking, as it has a level 3 spell, I don't think even at max.
Actually, that was 33 points you did.
I mean, yeah, because it's the 15 and the 18, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because, yeah, what was that? Fucking 6? No. That's, what, 9d8?
Yeah, and the average roll was less than 3. Oof.
Yeah,
I
if
mean,
you rolled max
not
on
that
that,
good
you
with
would
math,
not be
but
able to put him asleep.
Yeah, I was going to say max is 72 on that then, so then you're short by,
Yeah,
you're short
okay,
by 11.
fuck it then. Okay, like, I would reasonably well know my own spell well enough, right?
Yeah, you would. But you can still cast it because it's funny as...
I mean, I'm not gonna cast it as a higher level spell then. It's just gonna be like the nudge. I'll just be like, go to sleep.
You can feel the nudge over you.
So, cancel out the 18.
Zerka just kind of looks up at her and goes, just 2 rooms.
I'm gonna have to turn this into one of those Lifetime stories where Zerka's now my daughter taking care of her drunkard father.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so...
Matt, can you give me 5 minutes? I gotta call my dad.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll continue the roleplay here with Gruk real fast.
Okay.
You guys will stay up unless you guys are retiring for the night, too. So, between, I'm assuming, Vol, would you be willing to help move Gruk back down there? He's walking, mostly. Kind of straight, mostly.
I mean,
Sure.
the windows are protected, and the rest of it doesn't matter.
Pretty much. Stone. So, yeah, they'll get you down there, get you in bed. You'll pass out pretty quickly.
Fall
Zerka
down
will
by
go
the
back
stairs.
upstairs again. With you, Vol.
What?
Zerka follows you
Zerka?
back upstairs. She wasn't
Uh-oh.
done eating.
Oh, okay.
She just makes sure he's taken care of and all of his stuff is stowed. So,
Your master sure is a lightweight.
apparently. She's never drank alcohol, so she doesn't know. Like, they were, like, not a pint, but, no, actually, that is a pint glass. Yeah, he had 2 pints of vodka. And a pint of stronger ale with a eyeball in it that has, like, it's like the tequila worm.
Oh.
I mean, it's still pretty weak for an orc, but
It is still pretty weak for an orc. But that's still, like, that would put
Take
me under the
pride in
table.
that. Take pride in that, Mr. Orc.
It's your human side showing. So, yeah, I'm assuming the rest of the night's going to go uneventfully, outside of the fact that Zerka will probably have an alcoholic beverage, since Saxon already tried to get her something, and now Gruk is out. She will try beer, probably not like it.
Probably try some Smirnoff Ice and probably love it.
That's how it works, isn't it? Let's
Yeah.
try wine instead, please. She is from Previa. They don't tend to drink as much beer there. They do drink quite a bit more wines. So it's probably more where her mind would be. But either way, she tries it, doesn't like beer, so that's how that night goes. The rest of the night goes uneventfully. The next morning, everybody will wake up. You guys can do whatever you would like.
I'm going to meditate and chance to talk with my higher powers.
All right. So, just meditating on it. Nothing seems to come through here. Maybe you're too distant from the land or from religion's centers of Privia, but you're not really getting anything here. Slight sense of calm for yourself, but that's about it.
Can you hear me now?
But you can do some shopping this morning. Everything is open now.
How much money? Do you have our money in here on D&D Beyond?
Let me see if I put your money in here.
Oh, yep, you did. You did.
Okay, is that including what you got from... Well, no, actually, the 1,000 gold I put into the party fund that was left. So, yes, I did. Alright.
Okay.
So, you guys go shopping the next morning. Gruk, you wake up. Slight buzz in the head, but it's not too bad. Good Irish coffee takes care of that. Zerka is clearly have been taking care of you through the night.
I think I somehow got this wrong again. I don't think I have enough spells prepared. Because it's wisdom modifier plus level, right?
On D&D Beyond?
Well, I'm on roll 20.
Because D&D Beyond actually tells you that's why I wanted to do it here. You have you're missing 3 on D&D Beyond even.
Well, yeah, that and D&D Beyond, I don't have sending on the list anywhere in here either, so I need to add that.
But yeah, you get all of your spells known, and then you get to prepare 12 spells is how many you get to prepare between your 4 levels of casting. So, the reason I like D&D Beyond is all the spells are already there. It's awesome. So, all right. So now that nothing is happening here, what did you guys want to do for shopping while we wait and do the roleplay with the council when Saxon gets back?
I'm going to go shop for some stuff. Can I buy some caltrops anywhere?
Yes. There's a general store here that has almost anything you need that's in the player's handbook. In fact, actually everything in the player's handbook is there, although a couple things are in limited supply.
Okay.
They even sell poison openly.
Nice.
There's weeds that have to get sprayed.
So for this on D&D Beyond, do I just push this plus symbol and add this to my character sheet and take the charge off everything and all that?
It does not do the charge immediately. I wish that might be a future thing. That's something I should suggest. It's a really good idea. D&D Beyond, if you're listening, add a way to actually shop. All right.
Yeah.
But I will put a forum post about that because that's kind of a cool idea. So.
Okay. So how do I add it?
You do. You just click on there. There's a manage equipment button. You click that. It's like you're in equipment, manage equipment. It pops up something on the side, and you just search in there. And from there, you can just click add.
So don't go to items, equipment. Go to my page and manage equipment.
When you're in there, like it'll equipment. Then it has a thing like search items, types, rarities, or tags. To the right of that, below where the currency is written, it says manage equipment. It's a little button. You just click that.
I'm not seeing it.
The other way to do it is if you go to edit your character sheet, you can go to the equipment section in there and do it there too. Whichever one is easier for you. So.
Okay, I'll try that.
Let me pull it up on my iPad just to make sure I'm giving you the right directions for an iPad. Yeah, no, it's still the same. You click equipment and it's right there. So like on your main page.
Yep.
Do you have it? Yeah. So. All right. So, anything you wanted to do, Gruk, the morning before you guys go?
So, well, I'm wondering, in Awin, would it be would it be easy to find the components to create healing potions as opposed to having to buy them?
It takes time to create them, but yes, it is possible.
So then maybe on the way I might be able to make 2 or 3.
You'd be able to make one over the time if you spend the evening every day working on it.
Okay. I think I'll do that instead of trying to actually buy one.
It's only going to save you 25 gold. So.
Well, they 50 gold apiece?
Yeah, it costs 25 to make one.
Oh, well, that's
to buy the herbs, so it's if you're buying the herbs. If you're searching for the herbs, it's a whole other story. So
can I try to look for some the first morning before we leave to see if I can find what I need before I have to buy it?
You won't find anything in the city. The herbs are picked clean. You will see some of the herbs, but they are in people's gardens, specifically. I mean, you can steal those if you'd like.
I should have gone looking last night, but instead of getting hammered.
So what happened the night before is Vol and Zerka helped Gruk down to the room. Zerka came back, finished eating, and did try some of your ale. Did not like it.
Okay.
And that was pretty much it. Nothing really else happened.
Fair enough.
I rolled on it. Being from Previa, she probably would prefer wine. So, next time try to sneak her some of that grape juice. So.
Where's my, how much money I have in D&D Beyond?
It's under equipment in the top right-hand corner. It'll set you click equipment, and it'll say what weight you're carrying, and then it'll say currency to the right of that. On the
oh, gotcha.
Yeah, there you go. By the way, she does try to stomach it for a minute, though. It's not like she's like, oh, no, that's nasty. You can tell she's still trying to man up and drink it, but right. It doesn't work so well for her.
Hey, I have a question. Is the party buying, food and stuff, or should we buy our own food for this journey?
I was going to make the drunk guy pay for it.
Speaking of which, who was paying for the bar tab the night before?
Not it.
Gruk ordered it.
Yeah.
I ordered the first round. I didn't order anything after that. It was simply brought.
I distinctly remember you saying, let's try that again.
The second vodka. So I would be willing to pay for the first round and the second vodka because, I told her to bring that.
Plus the room night?
I mean, for the room that I'm in, sure.
All right. So,
damn!
So the total you're looking at for everything, which you guys can divide it up as you want, came out to 9 silver, 5 copper for the whole night. For both rooms and all the drinks and food.
Let's see, 9 silver, 5 copper. I could go half that because then, well, no, a little more than half. If I'm
give up a
first
gold
round.
Put a gold on the fucking table.
I was gonna say it's not even the gold, so yeah, a gold will tip the rest, and that's good. Alright, Saxon's like, screw it, we're arguing about a gold. Fuck it, we're noblemen, we got this. So, what do you guys want to do to stock up for the night? He was just talking about food. Are you foraging for food, or are you going to take some food with you?
We're going to get some rations. Well, what's his face can...
I'm taking create food and water. We don't really need to worry about it. That's more than enough per day.
That is true. Make sure to click that off every day, then. So, whatever spell level it is. What, second, I think?
It's a third.
Third? Okay, just make sure to click that off every day, then. But yeah, that will give you guys everything you need for the day.
I can buy a pistol.
How does D&D Beyond keep track of how many spell slots I have and stuff? Wait, never mind.
You found it? Okay. No, pistols are not available in the world yet.
I'm just joking.
They do have it on D&D Beyond, though.
I know, I see it. That's why I said it.
So,
I can buy a pony.
you can. Actually, horses might not be a bad idea for getting there quicker, too, if you guys wanted to do that. But,
I'm buying a horse.
you're buying a horse?
Yes.
Of course, of course. A horse, of course.
Don't rape it.
Are you buying a war horse? Or are you getting it barding? How intense are you going on this purchase?
Oh shit! I didn't think of that. I was just gonna get a fucking riding horse, but a war horse might be a better idea.
You're a big motherfucker, so...
Get a little Shetland pony.
With spikes. They have a Shetland Nightmare available.
I can't buy a war horse because it's 400 gold.
Oh, they're expensive. Okay, so get a pony.
No, I can get a riding horse,
Okay.
which would be a little faster.
Or
God
being
damn.
a paladin. You're a paladin. Nobody else has
Yeah.
played paladin. There's a summon steed spell you could do, and you actually have it like a familiar.
Oh, I think I remember saying that.
Yeah, and that's free. So, I'm just reminding you about that one.
Well, then I'm gonna buy a warship because I can't summon a warship.
No, you cannot summon a warship, and you can't afford a warship. You can get a warship model. They have those.
The keychain.
Got little toy guns, and it goes...
Pew pew pew.
Can I persuade my way into getting a warship?
No.
Can
Our party
I?
needs one.
No.
We need one. Come on.
Not
do
without
it.
magic or something other than just your words. No, you cannot persuade that. That is a very expensive purchase.
Also, just for the record, I wanted to, the next time I roll stealth, just shout out, "You can't see me," and roll persuasion. Matt wouldn't let me.
Oh. Oh my god, he's right.
All right, so
Come on, tell me that wouldn't be hilarious.
does anybody want to get any riding horses for the way there?
I'm buying a riding horse.
Dude, just
I'm-
read your spell. Seriously, read
Oh,
summon
yeah,
seed.
sorry.
Don't buy
I'm
one.
Kidding.
Go take that spell. It is an
I'm not
amazing
spending
spell.
the additional gold.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I have
Just-
fine seed.
Yeah,
we're not exactly rich yet, so screw it.
You're really not.
And I just authorized Ambrosia to spend additional gold to buy that dagger back. So
She's up there.
1750,
yeah,
which you will owe. Yeah. So,
yeah. So I'm effectively in the hole until my share pays for that.
yeah. So
Oh, also we still have to go to the council chambers when they're there.
But if I summon a horse, it only lasts for 10 minutes.
no, that is how long it takes to summon it.
Oh.
It is there until it dies or until you dismiss it.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
And you have
I'm
like
cool
a
with
telepath. Read the whole thing. It's amazing. Like you can like a telepathic bond with it and all kinds of cool shit. So, all right. So, you guys will go to the council chamber. They will let you in after making you wait for about 45 minutes.
I can make it look like Cerberus.
You could, yes.
Yes. That's what I'm doing.
So he
I'm gonna
has
be riding.
a large. So it's a horse-sized 3-headed dog.
Yeah. Because it's Cerberus. Mini. The second.
Cerberus Jr. Fluffy.
No. No.
Well, you don't like Harry Potter?
I do like Harry Potter, but no.
Isn't that what they named theirs?
Yeah.
It was Fluffy,
but
yeah.
No.
Fluffy.
No. I'm not naming Fluffy.
Zerka's still calling it Fluffy.
I don't care. I'm not calling it Fluffy.
So, all right. So, you guys will get there. Like I said, they'll make you wait for about 45 minutes. They will provide some fruits and nuts, a little block of cheese, and a small loaf of bread while you're waiting, as well as some wine. It is definitely watered down wine for earlier in the morning. It was not potent enough to get you drunk by any means.
That depends entirely on how much you drink.
I'm gonna retch as like just to have a as soon as I smell it, because I'm hungover.
No, you sit down.
Hey, question: how do I have a sheet for my seed then, or how does that work?
For what? Oh, the seed? I'll make you one, and we'll get it attached to you soon. You can also, if you just scroll up to the top and search everything, you can summon or search whatever type of steed it is. But I'll find stats for it and get you something for it at some point. Quick side note, just as a little thing, that Dark Matters thing I sent you guys, even if you're not going to contribute to it, if you can go there and do the social media crap they're wanting to do on there, like it's watching a video or sharing on Twitter, some bullshit like that, they are going to put a cantrip in the book if they can get 6 points, which is a certain amount of thing to do in it, for coffee. A coffee cantrip. So, yeah, please go do that. I want that to become a thing in written books, so, coffee. That's one of like the bonus things they're offering, so I like that. All right, let's see. So you guys are entered in. The same 3 elders are sitting there. They will look at you guys and give you a bow. The elf will speak. The elder elf, still smooth skin. His hair is just starting to white.
Smooth skin.
Smooth skin. Flower blooded. That's what the orc word for elf literally translates to flower blood. Anyway, so I am glad to see you have all returned alive and well. I take it was successful. We haven't seen anything in, since you left, pretty much.
Oh, this was the town that was getting attacked?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the threat has been eliminated. There should no longer be any consequence.
Ding, ding. That is very good news. So, were you wanting the property we are to offer? Or did you see something you would like instead?
I will touch my earring, and everybody hears in their head. Personally, I'm leaning towards property.
Property? Or poverty?
Property.
Oh, okay.
Where we will live in poverty, should we choose to live there.
Yay.
But it's the most useful.
I'm with you.
That'd be nice to have.
As you guys are having this conversation, a servant will come in holding a silver tray, and will hold out a bag. There's a single bag on it, and hold it out to Gruk or Saxon or whoever is close. Not really on in particular.
I will reach out and take the bag then.
And he will.
I was gonna say whoever he walks in front of. If it's me, then I'll grab the bag.
He bows
whatever.
And backs out backwards before about 3 steps before he turns around and walks out. It is a bag of gold. It has some good weight to it. You can hear a few gemstones in there. It's not a full 400 gold pieces, but it is 400 gold value, including gems and gold.
We would like to accept the property as supplement payment to this.
That is understandable. So there was a gentleman that came in that said you were sung great tales of your heroism in the fight there. Said he witnessed it all, and said that you were interested in the property there. Is that correct?
Yes.
Very well. Normally, our laws are very specific on certain things. Nobles are the ones that own the properties, and any business have to pay fealty to them. Since this is going to be giving you property, you will be nobles in title only, not political means here, so that you can manage any business you wish out of a tower, far from civilization. But it does allow you to legally own it. Note it is in title only. It does not actually contribute to any political means here, unless you actually earn it here in the country.
I will raise my hand. Now, does that apply to all of us, or do we have to select somebody to be in name singularly as owner?
The ones here that are collecting the ward, I see as the ones that would be given the title. You are a group, after all. Which ironically means Zach is again not a noble. Because he is not here for it.
Means he decided to leave.
Sucks to suck.
That is
And
hilarious.
everybody's share of that 400 gold got a little bigger too.
So,
The what?
yeah, because he's not here to collect his portion.
So now instead of 100 gold apiece, it's closer to 133 gold apiece.
Yeah.
Your organization, your group, what do you call yourselves?
The Three Wise Men.
Hey, do we have a name for the actual organization?
The Three
Because
Wise Men? I can put it down.
No, that's not it.
I'm gonna murder him.
it's like our trainees we're calling the God's Hand, but that's not actually the organization itself, is it? What
I
are we?
thought that was the name of the organization.
Yeah,
Is
that's
it?
the name
Oh,
of your
okay.
guys' mercenary group and everything.
Okay.
You
I
guys
did-
can refer to yourselves as the God's Fist. Hand fist. But if you want to put under God's Hand, however you want to do it. Basically, they're
We
wanting
all-
to know what they put the title to.
I'm
Yeah, the
okay with that.
Yeah, the God's Hand is fine.
Well, do we want to put it under God's hand, or should? Because I think if we put it under God's hand, then that makes it kind of more of a target.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it probably would be anyway, and there's going to be plenty here in Awin to defend it. At least there should be long term.
Okay.
There you go, assuming you're going to live again.
The only question is that if we technically put ownership in under the God's Hand, then won't that mean that the dwarves and Ambrosia will also have equal share in it?
I can title it to the nobles of the God's Hand. And put your three names specifically. If I recall correctly, Saxon, the Unnamed, Grukks, Stronghold?
Starrog.
Starrog. Oh, I knew it was close. And Vol, the Unnamed as well. Are you not? Or
I am named.
I have not heard it.
Leviathan.
So Saxon the Unnamed, Gruk. I already forgot it. Stormcloak?
Starrog.
He actually writes it down this time. Starrog. And Vol
2 A's.
Leviathan. Old people.
And while Saxon is laughing, there is a bit of a frown that appears on my face.
And
Laugh now while you can.
that does give you rights to also buy land here in town or in any of the cities if there's land to be purchased, as you do have noble title. I will make sure that is cataloged and everything, as well as he reaches back behind him, pulls out a small sack, opens it up, pulls out 3 rings, and holds those out to you guys.
Nice.
These are seals, proving you are of noble worth here. These ones, and he will point out that there is a portion of the seal that is blank on the ring. The blank part of that means that you do not yet have political means, but do have ownership rights.
Perfect. in everybody's head. They're going to hear, and in time, we will own everything.
Gruk's like, I'm taking over the world. All right.
So, should I put that in my character sheet or not?
You can as a note if you'd like. I would definitely put it in the other. There's a section at the very bottom of equipment. Yeah. This says something like other possessions. You want to manage equipment and put it in there.
So what is it? The seal.
Noble seal of Awen. Alright, so what did you guys want? Anything else you wanted to do before you take off to go to the Orc Village? 10 arduous days of travel.
I'm good. Might grab a couple more health pots just to be safe.
Alright, that's fun. They are
available. 50 apiece?
They are 50 apiece.
Can I have either Saxon or somebody else assist me, or hell, Zerka, in the creation of the health pots to add a second one?
She does not have the knowledge in herbalism kit to do so, but given time, you could teach her to use it. It would take near a year, but you could teach her to use it, and then she would have proficiency in it. You need to have somebody that has proficiency in it in order to aid you.
Right. So I think then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just stick with buying the components for one, and then I will have her assist me while I do it in order to begin teaching her.
Okay. That'll work. So you can begin to teach her. Alright. So you guys start the journey out.
Oh my god, I like D&D Beyond for the currency. That is fucking awesome.
Isn't that nice? Dude, I really like the layout on it. It is so helpful. And even after you do it, you could even print it out every session and have an actual paper sheet in front of you, if you prefer that.
Right.
So,
well, I'm already getting more used to where everything is just by flipping through it. So yeah, it's gonna be so good.
So let's see. Your weekly report from her is basically, this week wasn't as good.
Oh.
Care to elaborate?
Yeah, you won't get a response until that night, but after you guys set up camp, she will teleport to your camp and elaborate more. We had a little bit of an accident with a few things. During some of the training, Hagen got a little aggressive, put one of the trainees through the fence, letting out the rust monsters, and they caused a bit of damage before we were able to contain them again.
Richard.
So, any profits we made went towards that, and we actually took a little bit of a loss this week. But, nothing that can't be recovered.
Why we can't have nice things.
Fortunately,
did the trainee learn his lesson?
Well...
Why are the trainees with the rust monsters anyway?
That's where Hagen wanted to do the training.
Oh my god.
But, I believe so. He only had, minor issues from it. But he is alive at least, if that matters to you. And none of the rust monsters were harmed. They're all fine.
Well, thank goodness for that.
You have to have a plus side, I suppose.
How big do rust monsters get?
The size of like small dog or large dogs. Like think like a St. Barnyard.
Or a panther. Like a lion.
Yeah. They're just bigger, like a giant cockroach.
Yeah.
Has there been any update on? Well, actually, okay. Let me preface first by Saxon. In your mind, just to clarify, we already told Ambrosia and Sirot's mother about the gold dragons that were interested in Zerat, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I would ask, has anything happened with regards to, because now Zach's gone, and, well, Circa's the only other person. I hope nobody has a problem with me mentioning it. But has anything come to pass with Zerat? There were people that were interested or taking an interest in his activities. Has anything happened on that front?
We do know that there is a gold dragon that has taken residence in Seaport as of right now. Past that, nothing on that front. As for Zach, do not worry about him. Things have been dealt with. He is not
dead?
He is not dead. Don't sound so disappointed. He's a brilliant young mind.
Yeah, it's also annoying.
And I did acquire the dagger, by the way.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. If you could give that to Tupac and let him know that,
Wait, is Tupac still with us?
Yes, Tupac is actually working for you guys now.
Okay.
Yeah,
He just by working with you, he's like basically living there and freeloading right now. So
Oh.
he'll make up for it later. Maybe either that or it'll have to come out of my share.
And one of the new trainees has been getting very close to Tupac, by the way. Speaking of that, Jerry
nice.
has taken some very distinct interest in him.
Jerry.
Yes.
So
Yes. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that's perfect.
What about, I gave Ailish a job to do while I was gone. Would you find out if she has had any mediocre of success?
I will ask her, and I will bring you the report next time I talk to you all.
Thank you.
Yes. So she will take her leave then at that point. And you guys will have be able to set up camp. Taking, I'm assuming, Saxon, Grukks, Urka, and Vol as watches.
I suppose.
Nothing of interest happens that night, and it passes on.
That's good.
The first 4 days of your journey are actually very good, very uneventful, as you guys are traveling along a fairly well-traveled road. Eventually, though,
Wait,
you guys will...
Did you guys buy horses?
No.
No, so you're having to slow down.
I mean, you can scout ahead if you want to. Otherwise, your horse is just kind of trotting.
At least I have to walk.
That's true. That or you load up everything on the Fluffy, and you let...
Not Fluffy.
You load up everything on not Fluffy, and you guys can walk without the burden of carrying backpacks.
I like it.
I'll keep my backpack on me, thank you.
You put a little more weight on Zerka. You're like, that's fine, we can take that. Puts on part of the weight on Zerka. She's got to build up her muscle somehow. Anyway, after 4 days of travel, you guys will be leaving the Breton Path in order to get going. At this point, you guys will be blazing through the start of a wooded area, though it is very thin at this point. Do any of you have any knowledge that would help you for getting through a forest?
I mean,
What direction are we trying to go?
You are trying to go east-ish. With a
The
slight
sun
north.
rises in the east, sets in the west.
Yeah, same as this world, yes.
So what
Okay.
should we do?
So in
do you
the
want me to roll
morning,
in nature?
we put the sun in front of us, and in the evening, we put the sun behind us, and we're good.
For the most part, that is true. So, Saxon uses logic.
I've never, I'm sorry, I've been watching enough of these, horror movies where people get lost in the woods. They're like, I don't know what direction to go in. Well, what direction are you trying to go in?
Yeah.
North? What time of day is it? Put the sun on your left. Fuck!
Yeah. It is true. It is true. As you are going, though, this is going to be a little bit of a skill challenge here for you guys as you're going through. So, Saxon has used logic as his skill challenge, so I will give advantage to the next two rolls. What skills would you guys like to use in order to get through here? Remember, you cannot use the same skill twice in a row with the players or in the next consecutive round.
I would like to use my historic knowledge of my homeland in order to help guide me.
All right, go ahead and roll it at advantage.
How do I mark advantage on? Well, actually, I don't need to. Never mind. Fuck off.
So used to using the computer.
And that is a 27 with a nat 20 as the top end.
You are able to, as you're going through, pointing out some of the old historic markers that have been used by orcs in the past, from past generations. You're able to guide you guys through not only in the right direction, but able to convey on a faster path through the woods.
Yeah.
Vol, did you want to do anything?
I don't know. Should I just roll like a nature check, or I mean,
You
I
can
don't
do
really
whatever
know
skill
what-
you want. Any skill. Basically, you guys are looking for X number of successes versus failures to be able to get through successfully. If you hit 3 failures, that's always 3 strikes, you're out. Something bad could happen. So,
Sing us a song. Keep us entertained on the trail.
you have advantage with the roll because of Saxon's logic.
I don't know.
It could be
Do you
things
have,
like it could be like just think outside the box. Like, what could you use this skill for? Like, what's one of your skills you're really good at? Athletics.
Yeah.
You could use athletics to help knock things down in the way, possibly to help carry a little bit of extra load from somebody else to keep you traveling at a faster pace. Those are some examples, and you can choose one of those examples if you want.
Would athletics be good to like scout ahead and make sure?
With the horse, you
Whatever.
could do that, yeah. But I would do it under perception for that, if you're going to scout ahead. But with not fluffy, you can get ahead that way very easily.
Okay,
And I
let
just,
me.
I just thought of one for a medicine check.
And you said it's with advantage.
Yes.
16 and 16 highest.
You guys are able to do very well with that as you guys traverse on through there. Zerka does help as you guys are going along, trying to point out areas not to step. There's like large leaf piles or twigs, trying to keep the party a little quieter as you're going along. She isn't very successful on that due to Grukks' heavier armor and Vol's heavier armor, but she gave it a good old college try. Saxon.
Okay, so we had history and perception
History, perception, and stealth.
and stealth. Given that I have a general idea of where it is we're supposed to go, where that's supposed to be, and I've seen a map, I know what direction we're supposed to be heading in, I'm just going to roll an insight to know what direction to go.
Alright, go ahead. Using your intuition. Alright, your intuition does guide you well. And you guys will approach a mighty river that Gruk is very familiar with. You are within 2 days of your travel here. There is a crook in the river, specifically this area right here on the map, that your people usually travel on. You know that you guys are right here. It is a very large river to cross. It is flowing swiftly.
I can fly us across.
And Vol has the best solution right there. The only issue is you're not sure about not fluffy.
Of course, he's probably a better swimmer than I am. We can tie a rope to him, and once you and me are on the other side, then we can just drag him. through
Hold
the
your
water.
breath, not fluffy. Cerberus Junior, hold your breath. I'm just gonna start calling him Junior. Junior, hold your breath.
No, it's calling CJ.
CJ? Okay, CJ. CJ, the not fluffy. His name shall strike terror into the hearts of his foes.
Makes me think of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
That's what I was just thinking.
Alright, so. You'll be able to fly everybody across. What are you going to do about the horse dog?
Let's do what Grukks said. Tie a rope, but I want to do it so that way, pretty much tie it like you would like a human, like across the chest, under the arm, so that way its head is a lot easier to keep above water. Head, I should say.
And so we don't hang him while we're trying to pull him across.
Zerka
Yeah.
also gets a log and puts it in front of him, as you guys puts it on the end of the tie, so it's gonna force his head up.
Okay.
And yeah, the two of you with your strength check will be able to get it across. You guys are able to circumvent a rather nasty river with, sadly, ease. So you guys, congratulations! You guys get across, and you have made it to the area of Gruk's homeland. You know that the tribe is around here somewhere.
Do you want me to roll or just wait to see if I need to use it again within the next whatever for my wing?
Just if you have to, I'll have you roll it in a minute. But
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you're going to need a little bit more time than that. This entire event that we've been doing, the skill event, is over 6 days. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Whose turn was it? Gruk.
Are we still traveling through forest now?
It is definitely forest still. You guys are
Okay.
in the middle of it, basically. Along the river,
Well-
so it's a little easier, but...
Anytime that you're traversing through a forest, especially if it is dense in any way, it's inevitable that we're going to, snag ourselves on brush or tree branches or rocks or something. And as a result of that, we're going to accumulate small injuries on the way. And I would like to take a look at those small injuries as they occur in order to minimize the effect that they will have on our journey.
Go ahead and roll it.
Is it still an advantage or no?
It is not.
Okay.
Good thing you have a massive plus to it.
Yeah, that's a 24.
Alright, so there is a few little scrapes, cuts, bruises. You're able to find some herbs, natural remedies, that you're able to make some quick salves for. It doesn't heal hit points by any means, but it does numb pain, helps heal the healing process naturally faster. And you're able to keep everybody's spirits good and high as you guys are searching for the village, which, by the way, that is enough successes. You guys will find the village.
By
Good thing that's it. I was about to start quoting scripture.
So, the village, you'll come across into a clearing. This is the first time you've ever seen the village in this fashion, Gruk. Usually it's very nomadic. You guys move around a little bit. They don't really make a firm base camp, typically. There's wooden walls made of giant logs, spikes coming out of them, logs protruding out. It covers quite a bit of room. In fact, you're guessing that it's probably 150 yards square put up there. Definitely the Orc village. It's flying your banner that you grew up under high on the peak, which is it is a blood red banner with black symbols etched down it. You personally know that the black is actually blood that has dried. It's actually a dark brown. Of these orcish symbols going down that actually says the name of your tribe. And there is a large bird in the middle of it. The symbol is a bird. A hawk or an eagle.
Bird's the word.
Some bird of prey. That's not ever been really described.
Is that part of like a holy symbol, or is that just a symbol for the village itself?
That's the symbol for the tribe. That's like
Yeah.
that's their war banner that they lead in front of them. You know, in days of old, like Civil War, they used to walk with their infantry banner in front of them. That would be their infantry banner.
Makes me wish I had some spray paint. I don't have an Aries banner. I have to get one now. I don't know.
There's a
Approach
good
the main
50
gate, I
yards.
guess.
There's a good 50 yards around it cleared out, although the shrubs and grass are very thick in the area. So they'll definitely see you approach as you do come in.
Quick note to everybody: I don't think they're going to attack me on sight, but they might.
Well, that's great.
Well,
Man.
good luck. Turn around and go back.
Well, that was fun.
Nice trip. Thanks for the moral support. Appreciate it.
Well, we saw it. Let's go.
We came, we saw, let's go.
It's odd that they have the structures that they do, although they might very well prove to be useful. In any case, do you guys still want to go in? This is the last opportunity to realistically to turn back. I don't know exactly how things are going to go once we approach.
I have this really strong feeling that we're going to find somebody in there. I'm just kidding.
Let it go. All we're going to find in here is death and destruction. Well, that's not true. Just a little bit of death. Not a lot of destruction. Ooh.
So do you go in?
Maybe.
Or do you...
Maybe. I mean, I'm going in. It's up to everybody else and giving them the opportunity to turn around and go home.
Why are we here again?
Grukks has not told you, really.
Oh, no, I'm asking that. Why are we here?
This is where I was born. This is where I was raised. Before I came to Seaport, I allowed my rage to attempt to exact revenge for the death of my mother. I failed, and I'm not necessarily here in order to attempt that revenge again. I won't argue if the opportunity presents itself, but rather I am here because it has been dictated to me by Ares. I am going to fight for leadership of this tribe, and after doing so, I am going to unite the other orc tribes that are in the vicinity, including the continent itself.
Huh.
If you would choose to partake and assist, then I appreciate it. If not, I will go in myself. Either way, I assume, and somewhat hoping, it is going to come down to a fight to the death with whoever is currently leading in order for me to take leadership. I will have to prove my strength in a fight to the death.
Well, for Saxon to miss out on the fun would be a bad thing, so I guess we'll have to go in.
Yeah, Zerka's like already ready to walk in.
I mean, I suppose the fact that it's,
Seriously, who's playing with their dice?
I'm guessing Krantz.
I think it's actually Robert.
Oh, is it?
Look at that
Sorry,
guilty
he's
look.
just like
He's grinning like a guilty motherfucker.
I don't want to be like a dick, but my God, that is distracting.
Who's playing with your dice?
Yeah, how dare you play with dice?
Like, I don't want to tell somebody not to be able to play with dice, but just like move your microphone away from it or something.
My
Basically-
mic's up here. It's literally like 3 feet away.
I do the whole like spin thing when I'm bored. Spin it like a top.
Yeah, I tend to do that too. But
So
what do you guys think? Are you in or out?
I'm game.
Let's just do it.
all right, so you guys
We're
walk
here.
on in, walk up towards it. You can see there's a guard that's looking out, and he kind of covers his eyes for a second, looking, smiles. Who speaks Orcish? Only Gruk? Okay. Well, in Orcish, you'll hear him yell out, "Oi! The traitor Grukks here! Get the rotten food!"
Get the what?
Do you speak
Rotten
Orcish?
food.
No.
You don't know. You hear, "Rah! Grukkian! Rufakan!"
Who was the leader of the tribe before I left?
His name was, oh crap, what did I had it written down. I can't believe I just spaced it. Shit. What was the name of your character, your orc, way back in the day? The strong one you played. Pink.
Me?
Me?
Yeah.
Mongo?
Mongo, that was it. I was completely blank. Mongo. But you know Mongo is getting up in age too, so, and you've been gone for a while. So you don't know.
In Orcish, I will respond. I demand to see Mongo or whoever has succeeded him.
And we're just here.
You guys will walk in. As you're walking in, you do see that there's a line of orcs that are starting to form, going to the center of town. They do have bags, small buckets, bowls, and they will proceed to throw the contents of those at Gruk, occasionally hitting one of you on the way in, of rotten food of various sorts, melons, apples, various things like that.
CJ starts eating it.
Yelling in Orcish various curses. But you are you are not stopped outside of that assault as you guys walk through to the center, unless you do something on the way in.
This is Gruk's mission. I'm going to give him the chance to call the shots. For now.
So you'll get to the center. You'll notice that in the very center of the village, they have set up an arena. It looks like it's about 30 feet around and set about 20 feet deep in there, surrounded with wooden spikes and various weapons that have been stabbed into the ground. It looks like the only way to get in or out is if they lower a rope ladder type thing from a chain up above it. There is a large throne that is made of various things. You see stone, wood, bone, fur. It is slightly larger than it needs to be. And there is a very large orc sitting upon it that's almost 9 feet tall. And you recognize him immediately. It is not the previous chieftain. It is in fact your father.
I don't know who my father was.
And he looks just like you.
That could mean anything.
Daddy? Father, can you hear me?
Have you ever noticed how Father Can You Hear Me and You Want to Build a Snowman are identical songs? That was a great video to watch. And I was glad to be like, oh, I wasn't the only one that heard that. Okay, so, yeah, the person there is, they will actually introduce him as the chief, and that's all he refers himself as, and he's sneering down at you. And he'll look at your companions, and in common he'll go, "Do you need me to speak in the feral tongue? for your whatever they are.
Hey, Gruk, I could care less what he has to say. So, do whatever.
It doesn't make any difference. In Orcish, I suppose I will respond. I have returned to reclaim my honor through combat, and in doing so, will challenge for leadership. I might as well just go volunteer on it.
A roar of laughter erupts through the village as you do. And he looks at you for a moment, trying to tell if you're serious, before he starts laughing as well. The only way you'd be able to regain your honor is if you actually slay me in combat. And I know that's not possible.
I start laughing.
If you come for your death... This is all in Orcish, by the way. So you're just like, ah! In the middle of his talk. He stops. If you've come for your death, I will gladly give it to you. He stands up. You realize that he is a little over 9 feet tall, actually, at this point. Unnaturally tall for an orc. And he reaches to his side, grabs a great axe, which is nearly as large as you are, slings it over his shoulder, and nods towards the arena. Walks past you and just jumps into the center.
Well,
Hey, Gruk.
let's see how this goes.
Gruk, just do what Saxon and I did in the dungeon.
Fuck your way out of it.
Oh, gross, dude.
That's what he was talking about.
That's just wrong to even suggest.
It says, Daddy.
He doesn't know that. He
Uh.
doesn't know his dad. Just because it looks like him, they all look alike. All these orcs.
So, yeah, he jumps into the center. And he definitely looks poised and ready for battle. That is so wrong, dude. And we'll kind of crack his neck. You can hear several bones cracking as he waits for you to join. As you are walking by, Zerka is going to literally slap you on the ass and be like, "Go get him, Tiger." And you can feel an inspiration point given to you.
Woohoo!
I will look at Saxon and touch my earring. Tell Warwick I will do my best not to kill him right away. And I will proceed to enter the arena.
The arena, like I said, there's weapons all strewn throughout it, on the ground, stuck in the wall. It looks like every person that has died, their weapon has been added to the wall in here, and there is a lot of them. The ground is soaked with dried blood. You can even see a few pieces of, like, there's, like, 2 ribs that are over a couple things. Looks like people have been shoved up onto the giant log pikes that surround the arena. Orcs surround, beginning to chant deeply in an orcish war chant as you are able to get down there. You leaping in there, or?
I mean, how tall is it?
It's about a 10-foot clearance to just leap into it. There's just no way out after you get in until the ladder's lowered.
No, then yeah.
Okay, so you just leap on in, and he looks at you, and we're gonna roll initiative. Oh, Jesus.
I hope you rolled high.
I rolled a natural 20.
You need higher than that. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm like, holy crap.
That kind of sucks. I would have liked to have gone first.
Yeah, I can understand that. So he definitely goes first with a 21 initiative total.
Double check my math, but does that beat a 6?
I'm pretty sure that's gonna beat a 6. Yeah.
All right.
So.
This is either going to be awesome or I'm going to die.
All right. He lets out a bellowing roar, one that actually shakes part of the ground around you. As he leaps, and I'm not actually going as loud as I can because people are trying to sleep here, and leaps at you, bringing his axe down swiftly upon you. I lost another dice. It dropped on the ground.
Let's hope that was...
He actually misses you with a 15 to hit.
Oh, okay. That's at least a good start.
You're able to raise your shield and chink right off the side as he does attempt to pummel you. It is your turn.
I will respond with a bellow of my own. Not that it is going to be anything close to what his is, because I'm not capable.
Yeah, he literally has an ability called Orc War Chief Shout, so it's a battle cry.
Well, between the words that I speak, and then I'll go ahead and have a little bellow at the end of it, even though it's going to be pathetic. But I will activate Spirit Guardians.
All right. So you activate Spirit Guardians. A bunch of orcs jump out of you, surrounding you. Barbaric looking, and they slice and attack at him. What is the DC and everything?
That's 15 wisdom save.
All right. And what's the damage?
A lousy 11.
You see them slice at him, starting to cut him down. He doesn't seem to have much in the way of defenses on that, or was not expecting it, as he takes a good beating from it, but does smile in response. He takes a step forward. A 25 hits you, correct?
Oh, yeah.
His first strike, he brings through. You go to raise your shield, and he just drops his shoulder somehow and brings it right underneath. You can feel it impact into the side of your armor very firmly as it actually knocks you over to the side a little bit. It doesn't pierce your armor, but you do definitely take the damage from the impact of... Let me see, where's my dice? That is pathetic. This is going to be an easy fight for you, apparently. 7 damage out of a potential 24.
Well, let's hope he keeps that up. Let's see here. I'm going to roll that. Oh, yeah. Whew. Thank God for that. Let's see. My con save is a 23. And wait, I didn't need both. Damn it. Okay, well, it's your choice because I accidentally rolled both. I rolled a 16 and a 2 for my wisdom save. So which one do you want? You want me to rage?
In this particular case, I'm going to say no. You're more this one. The axe actually wants the same thing you do, which is blood. So I'm gonna actually not have you rage in this battle since it's a 1-on-1.
Okay. Hell, if anything, that simplifies things. Now I don't have to maybe worry about the end of it as much.
Yeah.
Assuming it has the end that I want. My turn.
Yes. So it is your turn, yes. What do you do?
I think I'm just gonna go straight into attacking him melee. I think I'm gonna hold off on spiritual weapon, at least for the moment.
All right.
So I will go with a straight melee, and then I'll probably use a war priest charge. Let's see. That is a 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and put my divine strike for the turn on as well.
Okay.
Let's see, that is 13 on the dice plus. What is my plus? Where is that? Yeah, because, let's see, 2 and another 4? Damn it.
You get +2 for the axe, +3 for your. Oh yeah, no, you have a +4 strength. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 6 plus the dice, so 13, 19.
Good slash across him.
And then I will use a war priest charge. Where's that?
He's actually starting to look winded already. A very quick battle so far.
Fucking old man, can't take it. Can't fucking take it. Oh,
And everybody was laughing.
Let's see, it's a 9, so that's a 14. I'm going to go ahead and use a Channel Divinity to make that a 29 to hit.
Okay.
And... damn, 1 on the dice, so that is 7.
7 to hit all together? Or
7 damage
Okay.
on the 29 to hit.
Alright, yeah, no, that definitely hits, so. Alright. Yeah, so he takes that pretty good. The crowd is going wild. You can see him actually gaining energy from the crowd as he slashes at you again twice with his axe. Stepping forward, he actually starts circling you as he's slicing. A 16 will miss you, and a 20 he will land as he gets a little behind you. You're able to almost block it, but he just with the flat of the axe smacks across you really good. For 15 damage total. It's a good thing you have
Can
so
I
much hit
roll?
points.
Can I roll my Spirit Guardians before the
Yes.
concept? Damn, not any better. 10.
Okay, go ahead.
And my con save, 24.
You're able to maintain your con. Your concentration on Spirit Guardians remains fast as they continue to slice at him. He is not looking good. He is below half, you can tell that. He's stumbling a little bit. You can start seeing little tears in his flesh where muscle and sinew is seen through the gushing blood of the green blood that orcs have.
I will continue the attack. Start with a standard melee. Let's see, that is a 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Okay. I will add the Divine Strike onto this one. Let's see, that's 11 on the dice, plus the 6 makes it 17.
Alright. Something does start happening at that point as you do slice into him. He bellows out, "To the rock, god of war! Do not let me lose!" As you can see his neck start snapping backwards, his muscles start to bulge more, and you can see his skin is literally tearing off of the muscles. Spikes seem to grow out from his sides as his ears transform and turn into horns growing out. A massive tail comes out behind him, and after a moment of creaks, snaps, and whatnot noises, there is definitely a demon standing in front of you. Go ahead and give me a history check at advantage.
Can I roll it? Would I recognize it at all?
You could roll one at advantage as well, yes. Or yours would be normal, sorry.
I got 23. Thank you for advantage.
It's because it has to do with your actual lore of your culture. So.
Right.
14 for me.
All right. You would have heard of it. It is called a demon. Is called a Tanarok or Tanaruk. Gruk, you definitely know about it. They are demons that are found occasionally as a blessing in a orc village. They are fearsome fighters and usually lead the charges. However, when they do usually appear, the orcs are almost just as scared of it as the rest of everybody else is, because unlike most demons, they are not bound to hell and actually have living sustenance here. They are named after the god, or at least what the orcs here consider a god of war, Tanuruk. So him to transform into this is a fearsome thing. The thing that makes them the most scary is that they can actually breed and produce Tanuruk children that are purebreds and even more devastatingly unpredictable and chaotic than the ones that transform like this.
Oh shit!
So
It's
Are you saying we're gonna need to step in and help him? Cause that's gonna really put a kink in his plan.
I don't know. Do you think you need to come in? You still have another attack. That was on your turn that happened.
Yeah.
You also have your
I'm
bonus
just gonna-
action still too.
Yeah, I'm just going to be going into a, well, I don't, yeah, so I'm just going to be using the War Priest charge to attack it again. Oh. Yeah, this is going to get interesting, I think.
Gonna?
Yeah, probably. That's a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
10.
As
Damn
you
it.
hit him, he just pulls out his hand and smacks you right across as well, knocking you a couple feet back, painfully close to the spikes, in response to you hitting him. So your damage will still hit. What was it to hit?
It was 10.
10 will not hit.
No, the damage was 10. What do you mean that?
Oh, what was your to hit on it?
To hit was 22.
Okay, yeah, that definitely hit. So yeah, you hit him, and he responds by literally backhanding you for 10 damage as he just BAM from you hitting him, knocking you back. You still have your bonus action.
No, I don't have 2 attacks.
Well,
I only have because I used
action, and is the War Priest one a bonus action then?
yeah.
Oh, okay. I forgot about that. I apologize.
Oh, okay. I started thinking maybe I did something wrong, but I don't
So,
get.
your
extra
thing is
attack
still
plus
up.
clip.
Give me a con save to make sure it's still up. It's a 10 DC.
Damn. Okay, yeah, that's close. I got 12. Oof.
Good thing. What is your save?
15.
15. He still fails. Give me the damage for it. As he
A little
charges
better.
in.
That's 14.
All right. He will get in there. As he's running towards you, moving towards you quickly, he grabs a spike out of the wall and is using that as a massive club at you. He goes to swing that at you.
Oh, it's gonna hurt.
Yep, that one hit. And then he attempts to bite you as well. The bite does miss, as the hit seemed to knock you a little bit away from his point there. You are going to take 14 damage from that impact of the thing hitting you. Where are you keeping your? Are you keeping track on Roll 20 or
D&D Beyond.
on D&D Beyond. Okay, you're sitting better than I thought you were. Okay. Unless you haven't minus that part yet.
No, I just I did. I have, so I just updated on Roll20 as well.
I mean, I'm curious to see how. Okay, yeah, you're not sitting. That's about where I thought you were. All right, so.
I mean, it's not bad yet, but it's not good either.
No, it is not.
I suppose another con save is going to be in order.
Yes.
Okay, 19 on the dice. That should be fine then. Comes out to 26.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay, well, I will just keep right on attacking.
All right.
Melee first. Let's see, 18 on the dice. That's a 27.
Yep, that hits.
Divine Strike on this attack as well. 7 on the dice plus 6 is 13.
All right, so you hit him again. He actually, as you hit him, he brings the club into you again, knocking you back. He seems to respond to being hit every time with an attack. You will take 12 damage from that hit as he knocks you back. Kind of tossing you around like a rag doll in the arena. You guys are watching on very
Do I need to roll like an insight to find out if he's gonna die?
No, maybe. You can roll a history check or a medicine check to see if you can see how well he's doing right now, I suppose. But
16.
So what do you do? Do you do anything with your bonus action, Gruk?
I'm leaning towards.
He looks like he's in about
Well,
a quarter.
actually,
He's about what?
A quarter left.
And how does the other guy look?
A quarter down, maybe? It looked like he was reinvigorated when he transformed into a demon. But this will be quite a feat if Gruk can defeat both the chieftain and then a Tanarok single-handed combat. That's like
I'm
the
aware.
stuff of
I
legend.
just don't know if he can.
We'll see.
I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
All right.
And does that attacks the same round that I cast it, doesn't it?
It does, yes. What level are you casting it at?
Yeah, that's gonna be cast, I think, at a 4th level.
All right. So you can get the 2d8 damage plus 4. Go ahead and roll it.
Yeah. All right. Damn, it's only a 12.
To hit?
Yeah.
Ouch! That was a bad roll.
Yeah, bottom 25%.
Well, you do have an inspiration. You have a d6 inspiration you can use.
And on a 12, like it might need everything.
Just as a reminder, you have yet not to hit, so...
Yeah, I don't know. I think I will because my con save should be good enough to be able to maintain anyway.
All right.
Come on, dice. Damn it. Shit. It bounced out of the tray. It bounced out of the tray, man. Damn it, now it fell in a corner. Let me dig out another one quick.
It's all good.
Okay, let's try this again. Out of 4, so that make it 16?
16. That will hit.
Let's see. It's a D8 that does still get the 4? Oh, shit. Makes it a 12.
12 damage? It'll take
12
it.
damage.
12 damage. He moves over, attempts to bite you. You are very ready to dive out of the way of those giant teeth. However, as he does, he brings his head across real quick, and the giant horn on the side of him will catch you. That part you didn't expect as much, and he will take 10 damage as he knocks you backwards, ever closer to the spikes. He's like pushing you around in a circle right now.
For what it's worth, I suppose this round I'm going to go ahead and utilize some movement just to circle. Also, can I roll my Spirit Guardians before I take the damage?
Yes, you can. Well, yeah.
Oh, yes! Oh, I needed that. Let's see. That comes out to 22.
All right,
Fucking that's 2 7s and an 8.
and then make your con save. With advantage, don't forget you're a Warcaster, so...
Yeah. Fucking 18 and a 20 on the dice.
You're good.
Fucking A. I need to keep rolling hot.
Yeah.
Need it.
Yeah, you
I need
do.
it. I need it bad. Okay, well, this time around,
Hey. No, I need to go find mommy. Go find mommy.
I'm going to use my action to cast an additional 4th level spell. It is going to be a Cure Wounds at 4th level.
Good call.
I need to get another dice out. Yeah, I'll just re-roll one. So yeah, 4d8 plus 4. Let's see, first 3, that is 20 plus another 7. So holy shit, 27 plus 4 gives me 31.
All right, roll an insight check there, Saxon, as you're watching this.
$24.
You're actually starting to think that he might do pretty decent here. It's looking like a fairly fair fight at this moment.
Okay.
It's gonna come down to the wire, but it's definitely an intense fight. Did you heal your... Okay, there it is. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I didn't put it on roll 20.
No, it's okay. I'm looking at D&D Beyond.
Okay.
It just takes a moment to update.
And then I can still attack with the spiritual weapon, right? Because it's not another casting, it's just using what's already out there.
That is true.
Okay. Then I will attack with that. Oh, that's going to miss. That's a 2.
Yeah, that won't hit.
There's nothing I can do to that. Although that was going to bring up the interesting question, because I didn't use a regular attack, would I be able to put Divine Strike through this? Okay.
You cannot. He turns around and says, and as he speaks, by the way, it comes out in both Orcish and Abyssal at the same time, in 2 different voices. So if anybody speaks Abyssal, they will understand that. Do you, Saxon? Or is it Infernal, you know?
I believe it's Infernal. Let me double check.
But he will say, "Cast all the heals you want. It won't be enough, mortal." As he then leaps forward, bringing his hammer down, or the spike down on you, for actually not near as much. You're able to step mostly out of the way of the blow. It does hit your shoulder really good. You're probably going to need to cast a heal specifically on that if you do survive this, for a total of 9 damage. But as he does that, he attempts to snap a bite at you, and you're able to dodge that portion of it.
I don't even know what that does, but I hope it keeps missing. Also, can I roll my Spirit Guardians before the damage again?
Yes.
That's a 17 this time.
It doesn't seem to do near as much damage this time. His willpower seems to overcome it partially. But go ahead and give me the con save then for it.
Fucking demons. Fucking Jesus Christ, I'm rolling well on that one. Another 20. 16 and a 20.
Good. It is your turn.
I'm going to start with the spiritual weapon.
All right.
That is a 19 to hit this time.
That'll hit.
Fucking, that's 7 damage.
All right. You can start seeing the black, the dark green black blood pouring out from the wounds. He is not looking good. For the first time since this demon has emerged, you're starting to feel a sense of confidence. What do you do for your action?
I'm going to look it in the eye, and relatively quietly in Orcish, your end approaches, and I will take a dodge action.
All right. He swings at you, landing with a bite this time.
Damn it!
As he sinks his teeth into you, you can feel it piercing the armor, actually probably puncturing a lung a little bit there, for a total of 11 points of damage, as he then throws you 5 feet away from him. You know, like,
I haven't tried to bolster my fucking AC.
Yep. So that's why.
Bitch.
Yeah, he rolled really good on that one. His other one missed, though.
Spirit Guardian.
Roll it. Forgot to.
The 19.
All right. He's still up.
And
Still not looking
God damn
too
it,
good. Saxon,
this
you're
brown
not pretty sure
dice.
he's going to win.
this brown dice.
I
is my
am.
fucking savior right now.
You're fairly positive he will win.
As in Gruk.
Yes.
Okay.
This thing right here. This thing right here has been fucking kicking ass.
There you go.
Fucking absolutely kicking ass. It's a 19 on the fucking dice for the con save. The black one's been trying to fail, but this brown bastard, like he's been going strong.
Good. Sometimes the dice just love you, man. So, it's your turn.
Let's see. This is fourth round for the spirit weapon now.
Yes, fourth or fifth. It's still up either way, though.
I'm gonna start with that again.
All right.
That makes 21 to hit.
All right.
And 11 damage through that.
He's not looking good at all. You're pretty sure one good hit.
Yeah, I'll go for it. I'm gonna go for it with the melee. Let's see. Plus the 9, that makes it a 22.
22 will hit.
And Divine Strike will go into it as well.
All right.
Damn it, dropped in. Let's see. 9 on the dice, and 6 makes 15.
All right. So you get in there. You put your axe in. How do you want to do it exactly?
Well, considering how tall he is, I think it would have to be something like the spiritual weapon goes after a knee, which would bring him closer to down the size, and then I can look him almost directly in the eye as I bring my axe into his neck from the side.
All right. So your spiritual weapon hits him in the knee. As he falls down, he does lift the spike and drives it through your side for a total of 16 damage. It does pierce your armor at this point. But then you take that and you just bring the axe right in. Give me an athletics check with that.
15.
You're able to go all the way through with that mighty swing. Like, you drop your shield, you grab both hands, you just right through the whole neck. Piercing right through.
Damn. Well, I mean, ish.
Demon head laying on the ground. There is silence that has fallen across everything.
I'm not going to lie, I was partially hoping that I'd be able to keep him alive, but, you know.
Oh,
yeah.
no, dude, you took him down like
It
make it a
happens.
13.
Let's see. I
Everybody's-
suppose I will.
Okay, go ahead.
I will sheath my axe. I will place my shield like on my side or wherever it is that I keep it, and I will turn to face the crowd.
They look stunned.
With my arms kind of open, like to my sides. Have I restored my honor?
Yes. You will hear the crowd isn't like responding per se, but the crowd is definitely nodding, still in shock by the display they just witnessed.
Are there any that wish to question my claim for leadership?
Oh, the urge. Like, honest to God, the urge to just go, I do, zap.
Like, people are looking back and forth, and you'll hear a couple people mutter, "No."
And oh yeah, like the spirit guardians are still going for what it's worth.
Still circling you. That's about when you guys perception checks.
It totally changes how I was gonna try to do that.
24.
Hey, same thing. I got nat 20.
13.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You would notice that during part of the fight that there was it looked like a bird of prey that had been circling high above the field of battle. At this point, is growing in size rather quickly. It'll be a good 30 seconds as you guys will see it kind of out of the corner of your eye. People didn't think much of it. It's a good sign. This happens during battles a lot. But the creature lands on one of the spikes around the arena. He is looks like a large owl person, standing right about 5.5 feet tall, roughly, wearing ostentatiously bright blue and red clothing, and looks around a little bit.
It's a demon! I pull out my wand and zap him.
Am I familiar with anything of these creatures in lore?
No. You could try rolling a history check to see if you are, but just off of basic, no.
17?
Yeah, actually you are. There is a race of bird people that live in Awen, very secluded up in the mountains. Very, very secluded. They don't usually come around talking to people. They usually stay very much to themselves, so to see one is kind of rare.
Hey, we should catch it.
It's a Pokemon.
It's not a Pokemon.
How do they taste
Nobody
after
knows.
spending time on the spit?
Nobody knows.
Well, let's find out.
It is unusual to see your kind out here.
I look down. Who is the leader here?
Do you have 60 hit points?
Why, are you actually blasting him?
No, I'm not actually gonna blast him.
I had to ask if you were being serious.
Put him to sleep.
I just had to
It
ask.
is daytime.
So you ask who is the leader here? And you just kind of look
I
around
point-
and
I point at the carcass on the ground.
they point at Gruk, all the orcs
It used
around.
to be him. It's now me.
Ooh. I would like to speak to you.
About what?
many things. Perhaps we shouldn't talk in such a public place.
There's a demon laying on the ground, bloody.
If you wish, you may hang around. We can speak later. I have things to do at the moment.
Oh, I know. I will talk to you later.
I want to kill it.
And then take off a little bit and start circling again.
Okay. So that just happened.
No, I can't do what I was hoping to do. Damn it.
Kill it with
I'm sorry,
fire.
I didn't mean to take that from you.
Oh, and I spent so much time thinking about it, planning it out.
I had a feeling if Matt was going to do anything, it was going to be right then.
Ugh. I even I worked it out with paint, this whole show was gonna happen. Damn it!
The orcs are very much impressed and just looking at you with awe at the moment.
I am going to, one, exit the arena. There's no longer any reason for me to be in here. I might pick up the head first. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up the head first and take it with me.
All right.
And after exiting the arena, I will hand the head to Saxon. And then I will step in front of the crowd.
Are you not entertained?
Some of you, if not all of you, might know who I am. My name is Grukks. I was born here. I was raised here. I left in disgrace and without honor. I came not only to reclaim that honor, but to also demonstrate the power that resides with Ares. When I left, I was as weak and pathetic as the rest of you. I have since been touched by the hand of Ares.
Giggity.
And what you see now is what everybody is capable of. I am here because I wish to bring that strength, that power, to all orcs, not just this village. We will be one. It will take time. It will take patience, but it will happen. Those of you who do not
There
wish,
is no word for patience in Orcish.
It
will take waiting kindly. It's just a word they don't have.
those of you who do not wish to join me in serving Ares and carrying out his plan, you will be free to leave. This also includes any and all slaves that currently reside here and in every other orc village. If they wish to leave and return to the lives that they had before, they will be allowed to do so. If they wish to stay and make a life with us, then they will do so.
You could definitely see some people looking back at each other, some mutters in the crowd at the slave part.
I expected as much. I would prefer that they be welcomed into the society that we are going to build if for no other reason, then we are going to need tremendous amounts of labor for what we are going to build. That will begin tomorrow. For tonight, do as you will. Be merry, get drunk, fuck your wives. Time to have a party.
All right. Yeah, they will set up a celebration as is custom for when a new work chief takes control. They have to skip a few of the traditions, such as offering all the former slaves, since you said you're going to free the slaves of the former war chief to you, as well as his wives, plural, which were most likely all slaves.
You could have tapped that.
Nothing says I won't anyway.
It'll just be with them willing. And there will be a huge night of merrymaking and whatnot. It'll be partway into the night that all of a sudden you'll notice that Ambrosia is sitting next to you drinking. Like in between Saxon and Gruk. She just kind of appears and starts drinking.
That's kinky.
Ambrosia.
I was here for the weekly report and saw you were partying, so I figured I'd come and enjoy it. I take it was successful.
Appears that way.
That is...
Nobody wished to challenge me after the fight was over, which is a good thing.
That is fantastic news. Fantastic news. I won't bore you with the weekly report till the morning, I suppose. But celebrate night, right? Till, being the half elf she is, grab a small piece of meat and eat that very slowly, not tearing it off the bone like most people here. She tries to choke down some of the orc ale, literally choke it down. But she stays and she is there celebrating with you anyway for your victory. The night goes very well. Clark does fly down in there and join the merrymaking a little bit. I don't know exactly how. That is up to the bird.
You remember that drink you guys had the other day?
With the
ale with an eyeball?
Yeah. You see an eyeball in your drink.
Like it just magically shows up?
Well, it kind of flies over and then plops in.
We're gonna roll an insight on that.
You trying to get an orc village to murder you?
20 on the dice, 27 total. Well, I guess technically it'd be 37.
Did you just shit in his drink?
No.
I had to ask, because that's what I thought he was talking about.
Oh my god.
No.
The urge,
Look at...
like the strongest urge one of these days to go to a bar and just shit in somebody's beer.
Can I borrow that for a second?
You're gonna stand up on top of the table and squat over it, or are you just gonna have it in your hand and then just walk up and drop it?
See, I was thinking he was talking about
sure.
bird shit just into it.
I'm not sure what would honestly be worse if somebody just stood up on my table, squatted down and shat in my beer. Or if some random guy walked up to my table with his shit in his hand and just put it in my beer and walked away.
I can almost guarantee it'll start a fight with almost anybody. But you would probably be like, what the dude?
I would certainly think so.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, but fuck me, I kind of want to see it happen now.
Alright, I'll poop in your beer. Alright? Next time we meet.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry, I don't know why. It's just the funniest mental image to me.
I had to ask just because, like, he's a bird flying around, and it's like an eyeball-like thing falls into your beer. I'm like, did you just shit in the man's beer? So, like, you actually went and plucked up one and dropped it in his beer for him while flying?
It looks like a regular eye. Chilling.
I'm assuming there's like an inviting look on his face, encouraging me to drink this delicacy.
Most likely.
That's my assumption. Then I will raise my glass, give a nod, and drink like half of it, and eat the eye as well, because I have advantage against poison, so I'm not that concerned.
Wait, you drink it?
Yeah.
Screw me.
What would be the point of putting it in my glass if it wasn't to be drank?
My head turns around, stares at you with the most blank expression ever, in sheer terror.
What did he just eat? Or eat, seriously?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
An arcane eye.
Jesus.
So he had cast the spell Arcane Eye, and you literally, like, as you were eating it, it didn't feel like there was anything there. Like, it almost just slipped down easily. One of the easiest ones. But he's now looking at your inside. That's why he's like...
Do I realize that after the fact?
Yes. It's the
Enjoy
blank
the
look on his
view.
face.
I guess.
Reconnaissance failed.
Oh, that is so wrong. I don't think it has dark vision. I think you're okay.
It does.
Oh. Alright.
That's funny. Have you landed, or are you flying around?
I'm assuming I'm inside right now.
Well, it's probably outdoor thing, so you can, like, walk around, fly around a little bit, your choice. But you're at least looking at him right now, so...
Yeah, I'm figuring at a table somewhere, just staring at you, horrified.
You said enjoy the view. Anything else?
If you want to continue to partake, we can speak in the morning. Otherwise, we can probably make it happen now.
Well, OOC, we have 4 minutes left till Pink has to leave.
Yeah. So I mean,
So-
like, if we need any, if there's anything major you guys want to do, otherwise,
We can just do it next week for that. In the last 4 minutes, I can give you the at least weekly report from Ambrosia that she'll give you in the morning, and we'll come back to the roleplay, or have the roleplay in the morning after the merrymaking for that. So you'll be in the entire game next week. I didn't expect them. I honestly expected them to go straight to the Orc Village, not down. But I don't want to, take away free will for players because they make it interesting. So I'm sorry it took a little longer, Andrew, but
That's all good.
it is what it is.
Could have got 2 more hours of sleep, though.
That's the reason I was a little sorry, but that's about it. You'll be fine. D&D is worth it. It was a fun game to listen to anyway, so.
It was, and it gave me some good context to get into it.
So she will give you the weekly report. It went very well this week. For one, they have the trainee that was that got thrown through, as well as the other trainees. They're not official yet, so because you guys haven't accepted them, so they don't get actual missions. But they are doing community service around Seaport, taking care of some various things such as trash and whatnot. Helping dock workers. So we're having them do manual labor around town to keep up their strength, whatnot, and get people used to seeing them. Although I will admit, not everybody is happy about Tink and Tonk.
Why? The ones that we had problems with last time?
No, they're the goblins. People just aren't used to
Yeah,
seeing
that-
goblins in civilized land yet. for the most
Fair
part.
enough.
Yeah, and they're twins too, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, it's just.
And also,
can't be a good combination.
female goblins are exceedingly rare. They're hardly ever seen because they're usually kept at the village because they are so rare and they needed, for breeding purposes. So, seeing a female goblin is also very odd and a little disheartening since goblins usually have no hair on their head except maybe one or two little hairs, and she has a full head of hair, as she is described. So, it is just odd. But between the community service and the rust monster has laid egg, or has actually given the eggs have hatched from the rust monster. What do you want me to do with those? Sell them? Raise them? What are we doing?
Young rust monsters bring in the most money, yes?
They can bring in quite a bit, yes.
Is it damaging to the mom?
No, I mean, we should keep them with her for a little bit, but...
Alright, I'd say sell them. We need the
Do we-
money more than we need the young. At
Yeah,
the
I was
moment.
gonna. Yeah, that's
I mean-
a very fair point.
We believe she can still have another litter, yes?
Oh, yeah. They
Okay,
should.
then,
Usually
yeah.
a typical rust monster will have 4 to 5 in their lifetime.
I'm of the opinion that, at the very least at this moment, we need the money more than we need the young.
Well, we can also trade with other breeders of exotic animals to build up ranks of something else if you wanted to do that and expand, but that's something we can discuss at a later moment. We have at least a month before we have to decide on that. Either way, they did make a total between our adventures and whatnot happening. The people... thankfully, the damages have been taken care of already. We have made 364 gold this week after expenses, which very much so makes up for last week.
Good.
Now, out of curiosity, how does that relate to our weekly cost in order to maintain?
That's about 3 times our weekly cost,
Yeah, okay,
roughly.
nice.
I didn't want to bore you with the details of everything, but that's your weekly report while you're gone.
Did you have a chance to talk to Ailish?
I did, yes. She wasn't very responsive to wanting to talk to me about it. But she said progress is being made. That's the most she would give me.
Okay. That's enough.
So. And,
I will... Okay, I will see you guys next week.
Yeah, and we're gonna call it here. Next week, we'll be able to start a lot sooner, or like 6:30 on the dot, and get things going. And we will start off with the roleplay conversation between the person
might
that's
be a
yet to be
little late.
introduced as Clark. Yes.
I might be a little late. I got a open house for my daughter's
Okay.
school.
So you're talking like 7 or later than that?
I don't know. I'm gonna try to get there by 5:30, but we'll see.
No, I
Depends on how
understand.
busy
Family
my day
first,
is.
man. I'm never going to
Yeah.
discourage that. So, if you're a little bit late, you're a little bit late. We might just start without you. We'll see how it goes.
That's fine.
So-
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
All right, guys.
Good
I
night,
will
kids.
talk to y'all
Just
later.
fill me in.
You have a good one.
See ya.
Yep, have a good week, guys.
Two.